Okay, so my name is, of course, Giorgiana Elena Popan. I'm from Arad, which is a very nice little town on the border with Hungary, so very close to the border. I've been 12 years an actress, and for 9 years I've been a storyteller too. I've discovered this wonderful world of stories one day when I was not actually working a lot in theater, and I offered to tell some stories to the county library of Arad. And my great, wonderful friend, she's also a storyteller. Actually, she's a storyteller before me. Her name is Mihaela Blaga. She's a librarian too. And she said, "Oh wow, you're an actress and you want to do some volunteering job here?" I said, "Yeah, sure." Said, "Oh, you can tell stories." Of course, that would be easy. I mean, like, I'm an actress. And then actually, I realized it's not that easy. And then she said, storytelling, it's a little different. And she started to give me some books about it, like theory on the art of storytelling. And then I created my own repertoire of stories, and I started to tell stories in schools a lot, and in kindergartens, and in hospitals, and in churches, and wherever they invite me to tell stories. And one day she was preparing to go to Iran's festival in Canoon festival that was in 2012, but she got pregnant, and that was a miracle because doctor said she will not have a baby anymore. And she was very excited and said, "You have to go instead of me." And but I wasn't prepared. So in half a month, I had to just prepare everything and go to Iran. And that was actually my main entrance in the art of storytelling, because that's where I found a wonderful branch of artists from all over the parts of the world, and different kind of domains that they started from, like architects and counters and teachers and everything, besides being an artist like me, like an actress. And people were so kind and so willing to offer their stories and to share. And that was beautiful. I felt so good there. And I found myself as an artist. And I came back home and I told Miha, I said, "We have to do a storytelling festival, but an international one. Otherwise, nobody in Romania will hear about it." So, of course, in Romania, since always, there have been a lot of storytellers and places like this one that I invited you to come to my little house, which is called, like, here it's a little bit of tradition in houses in Romania. And I've invited you to my șezătoare. This is where people sit and tell stories, and women do a lot of work, like handwork, and a lot of men tell stories and jokes. That's their main job. Of course, no, men have a lot of other abilities. Sorry, it's just this is a good thing that Romanians do, male. So I said we have to rediscover it. You have to just bring it back to life, this art of storytelling in Romania. Because, during communism time, all these kind of little gatherings that were supposed to be talking about some plots about being the state enemy of Ceausescu's enemy. So they had to be abolished. So because of that, a lot of this kind of meetings at the countryside had to disappear. So we said, there might be a lot of storytellers in the countryside, but we have to bring it back to do this resurrection of the art of storytelling, like real artists just doing this. So we invited the first storytellers that I've met in Iran, and then every year we had new storytellers coming over in Arad, in this little town called Arad, and it started to grow. This year will be the 9th edition of the International Storytelling Festival of Arad, called The Magic of the Word. So I started to be the artistic director with Mihaela Blaga, and we started to open a lot to the art of storytelling. And from that day on, I started to tell stories everywhere. But one time when I was in Kenya, into the Sigana Storytelling Festival, that was I think 6 years ago or 7. I used to before tell stories like in princess dresses. And of course, kids loved me, and that was very nice. But before going there, I started to think, what could I do to be, to to attract their eyes to be on me, say like, wow, this is great. Of course, being white, it's already something. It's really good there. But I wanted to work on my appearance too, because being an actress, you always think of the character with all the little things that are important, like costume, like talking, working, like the different kind of way of presenting yourself. These things, this everything of this is the character that you're working on. Even the psychological gesture of the character, or what he aims for. Anyway, so I said, I need a look. I need something of an image that it has to be something really that fits me, something where I feel very comfortable. And I said, how about I wear my traditional costume? Because they are so exotic, like in excellence exotics. Like they have turbans and scarves and and drama, and also they are so exciting and so exotic. I can't bring anything more. And then I said, okay, I will borrow. I didn't have in those times my traditional costumes, and I borrowed a 120 years old costume from Arad's region, which was beautiful. And when I went on stage in Nairobi, in Kenya, I just felt me. I just felt at home. I miss a lot my house when I'm in my country and I'm not at home. I can't stay more than 2 weeks outside of Romania. So that time, being so far away from Romania, I felt so at home, because I felt that all my ancestors were with me, 100 years of ancestors being there, because a lot of women, Romanian women, had worn those costumes, their traditional costume. So I felt so good. I said, this is me. This is me. Like, I'm Romanian. I'm a Romanian storyteller. And if I can bring something different, well, I can bring you my Romania. And this is my Romania. So you're here now with me. Hello. As I said before, Romanians used to gather around at one Romanian house. The Romanian traditional house actually has just 2 rooms. One is the living room, and the kitchen too, where's the oven, and you sit there and you eat and all. And then there's the big room, Casa Mare. No, it's not Italian, it's Romanian. Casa Mare sounds alike. Where we put the guests. So if you come to my house, I will open my fridge and I will give you whatever I have there, because this is how we are. But it's nothing not something that I have. It's like a virtue that has grown to our people from years and years and years before. So they used to, Romanians in traditional houses, they used to just keep that beautiful big house, the big room, only for guests. So there was the most beautiful pillows, and there were the nice beds, and everything was sewn by the women of the house there. And so this is how Romanian houses are. And in this șezătoare, people sit around and tell stories. So I will start now with my first story, which is a Romanian story. It's called Stand Stone. It's actually collected. It's not written. It's collected from people by John Slavic. He is from here, from Arad, very close to my town. But I just wanted to mention that this traditional costume that I have is not from from Arad. Sorry, it's from the center of Romania, from Bistrița. I like it because it has a lot of flowers, and this is the apron. It's really beautiful, and it's handmade. I like it because it's very colored, and I love colors and flowers, as you can see. Okay, so first, to start a story, I used to do this. I do a game. It's a warm-up game. I did it in India with 1,500 kids, so it's doable. We can do this. Okay. So you just have to do like this. This is the running horse, okay? And when I say jump, you just have to, do this one. Whenever I say we pass by the queen, of course, hello, John. We'll do the same as John does when he sees his queen, you know. And then when I say we pass by the king, we'll do like this, Your Majesty. When we pass by the girls, everybody, even the men, have to do this, like women do when they have a new beautiful costume. Ah! Okay? And when we pass by the boys, we'll do like this. Hoo, 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 hoo. And at the end, we'll do like this. Okay? Okay. Let's just do it, like a little warm-up, okay? Good. Let's start. Go, 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 go. 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3. And we pass by the queen. Like we have some lemon. Okay. And we pass by the king. Your Majesty. Okay. And we pass by the girls. This is like, I like. Good. And we pass by the boys. And 1, 2, 3, jump, jump, jump. And we're done. Okay, so we shake like this. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And I will tell it to you in Romania. Once upon a time is a fost odată ca niciodată. Că de n-ar fi, sigur nu s-ar povesti. So, once upon a time, there used to be, because if it hasn't been, it wasn't. That would be the little translation. So long time ago, in a small Romanian village, lived a very nice man. He was strong, he was healthy, he was very caring, and of course, he had a beautiful wife. They had a nice house, they had animals around, and I think they were happy. His name was Stan Stone. So whenever I say Stan, I will ask you to say Stone, okay? So Stan, exactly, had this beautiful life, but his wife, she was not very happy, you know, like women are. Romanian women are the same everywhere, all the women. So she wasn't happy all the time, doing like this. But what's wrong? What's wrong, my dear? What's wrong with you? Oh, honey, tell me. You can tell me anything you want to, please. Oh, come on, woman. Just say it. What's wrong with you? Well, you see, Stan, I think we're very, very unhappy. What do you mean? We're healthy. We have a house. We have animals. We have a land. I got you and you got me, babe. You know, like just Sonny and Cher. That's not Romanian, sorry. Anyway, so he couldn't understand. But she said, you know, we love each other and we are very happy. But you know, at one point, you need your love to grow, to transform itself. And we don't have the fruit of our love. What do you mean? We don't have a baby. Yeah, you're right. That's true. So he realized, yeah, he felt that something was missing, but he didn't understand until then what. So he started to pray, like Romanian used to do always, and prayed and prayed and said, God, please give us a child, please, just one baby. We love each other. We just want our love to grow, you know, to transform itself. And you know, in those times, it is said that God and Saint Peter were walking around these beautiful, nice villages, trying the compassion of people, asking them in houses of, tramp or a traveler or a beggar, no sign of divinity, nothing else, just asking for a glass of water or a piece of bread or some place to rest for a little bit. So, of course, God and Saint Peter, dressed like that, went around in front of the house of Stan Stone. And of course, that's normal for us, you know, as I told you, we are very hospitalier. So they knocked on the door, open the door. Sorry. And of course, the wife of Stan Stone invited them inside. And they gave them the most beautiful fresh bread just gotten out from the oven, fresh Romanian cheese. Oh, you can't understand this only if you have been to Romania. John knows it. They're like, we have always fresh cheese, you know, and it's dry or very wet, but it's sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's salty, sweet and salty. Anyway, it's beautiful, it's great. So they had a very good lunch, and then they were invited to the big house, Casa Mare, and they went inside. They had a good, nice nap, and when they were ready to go, St. Peter said, God, these people, they're very compassionate. They have a very good heart and pure heart. We should give them something. But God said, well, you know, St. Peter, they have everything. Let's ask them. Let's see. So God said, Stan, what would you like to have in life? Well, you know, he said, I'd like to have a baby. Are you sure? Oh, yeah. Are you sure? Sure. Well, now that you say so, yeah. Are you sure? Sure, sure. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure. Good. So when God says a word, that's a word. He created with words the whole world. Okay. So they left. Stan, Stone, and his wife were just looking and saying goodbye, goodbye. Thank you for coming. Step by again, wherever you want to. Come back. So when they got inside in the courtyard, there was not one, not two, not five, not 50, but 100 kids. 100 kids. The wife, she was so happy. Oh, my baby, oh, my baby. Like small kids. Like, mommy, let's pray, let's play. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. He had a lot of kids, and they were very happy. Stan, Stone, and his wife. But you know, at one point in that very first day of having so many kids, kids started to be very hungry. And the wife said, honey, I have to tell you something. Mommy, let's play. Oh, honey, just one second. I want to talk to Dad, okay? Okay, Mom. Yes, just one second. Honey, I need to talk to you. Mom! She just stay away. Honey, we have a problem. Mom! Okay, I'll come down. Stop, come here. And the wife said, we need to feed these kids, okay? They are hungry. What can we do? So he had nothing else to do but just to get his bag and go in the world, someplace to get hired, get a job, and get some money. So he went along very far away into a land where things that are and things that aren't, they mix together. And there was a shepherd. He was just sitting on his stick and watching his sheep. And of course, then Stone said, hello, shepherd. What's wrong with you? Why are you so sad? Well, you know, I'm sad because, you know, there's an ogre, big one, very big, very scary, so stupid too. And he steals a part of my sheep. Every night he comes around, take a couple of sheep, and he brings them to his mother, who has a lot of wrinkles, and he thinks that she will make a lot of milk baths of this kind of milk of my sheep. She will lose the wrinkles, but she's very like this. And Stan Stone said, if I help you, would you give me a couple of sheep? Yeah, sure, of course, help me. So they waited and waited and waited and waited, of course. And while the moon was coming, he saw the ogre, big, very far away. Everything was trembled around. And when he was like, let's say 1 kilometer far, he said, hey, stop. You listen, ogre. I'm just a man, but I'm stronger than you. Look at this. And he put his hand in his bag. He got out a piece of very fresh, very, very wet cheese, Romanian cheese. Said, you see the stone? And of course, the ogre was very far. And as I said, he was stupid too, saying, yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Well, if I squeeze it, I will get water from it.
I want to see this, okay? I want to see it first.
Sure, don't worry. And he grabbed the cheese and got out all the water. The ogre was so frightened. He said, I can do this too. I can do it. He just got a piece of a stone. Everything was just dust around.
Please, please don't kill me, okay? I can help you. I can give whatever you want. Just don't kill me.
I won't kill you. But if you take me to your world, and if you hire me for 1 year and give me a sack of gold, then I won't kill you. I will be your friend. What about that?
I said, come around.
So they went beneath the land. You know, in Romanian traditional stories and fairy tales, it said that beneath the land, beneath there is the land of ogres. And there was a lot of very weird things there, like a very, very foggy forest, very weird sounds of animals. Anyway, he was scared. And he started saying, oh my God, God help me, God help me, God help me. What I've done, where am I? Anyway, so they went in front of the house of the ogre, and of course his mother was there. What is this?
Ma, this is the man, but he's human, but he's really strong, like really, really strong, and we can hire him for what 1 year and give him a sack of gold. He's really strong.
All right, let's see this. Can you see this hammer? It was a really big hammer, like 5 meters hammer. It's like, just throw it to see how strong you are. Of course, Stan Stone said, I can't do this. I'm just a human. Oh God, please help me. Give me a sign and a thought what to do. And as he was praying, God gave him a sign, gave him an idea, said, okay, just go there, okay, please. And he looked at the hammer. He looked at the moon. Hammer, moon, hammer, moon, hammer, moon.
What are you doing there?
Well, just give me a sec. Just 1 second. Let's calculate soon. Moon goes there. So okay. So,
what are you doing? So man, that's math. That's a lot of math there. What are you doing?
Well, you know, I'm just calculating because we have to wait for the moon to go just a little bit on their left, and then I can throw it.
What do you mean?
Well, if I throw it now, I will just throw the hammer on the moon. Don't you need it?
Don't throw it on the moon. I need it. My hammer.
Well, you said I have to show you that I'm strong. Okay, I will do it now. Don't worry. It will just stay there. No worry.
No, please.
No, just go. No, please. Over, please. No, go there.
Please, I will throw it instead of even just don't throw it on the moon, please.
Okay. And so the ogre from the hammer, and this how Stan Stone got hired. But time in those world, it's in those times, it said that it runs really, really fast. Like 1 year in our land, in human land, is just 3 days beneath the land. So the time passed very fast. And exactly one night before the time was ending, and of course nobody wanted to give him a big sack of gold, they were talking in the evening in the kitchen, the mother and the ogre, thinking that Stan Stone was sleeping. Listen, I have an idea.
What, Mom?
Okay, now he's sleeping, okay? You go into his room, take the big hammer, and just chop his head.
Isn't that going to hurt him?
Just go.
Okay.
But before that, Stone knew what happened. He heard everything. So he put some pillows, and some clothes instead of him on the bed, covering with another pillow and another blankets, so the ogre think that he was sleeping, and he just hide beside the closet, and he was waiting. The ogre was approaching the room. Nothing.
Stone.
Nothing.
Stone.
Nothing.
Stone.
Close to his bed. And the bed was broken. The next morning, they were very happy. He's dead. That's done with Stan. So they were eating, and the mother, and the son, and the mother, and as they were eating, the door opened. Morning, folks. Morning, ogres.
Man, he's alive.
I can see that. Are you well? Yeah, so good. I had such a good night's sleep. I haven't slept so good like in 1 year, I think. That was very good. Thank you very much.
Mom, he's alive. He's talking.
Yeah, I can see that. Didn't you feel anything? You didn't hear anything last night? Something? Oh, yeah. Now that you mention, yeah. Like I felt something in my head. No. It's a small hammer. No. It was small, like how do you say that? That itches you and a bee.
A bee?
I mean, he hit his bed like a big hammer of 5 meters, and he just felt like a bee was just inching him up, pitching. That's it. Okay, he had to go. That was too much for them. So I said, okay, take the gold and just go. Just leave us. Go. Of course, then Stone really wanted to go back home with the sack of gold, but that was too hard for him. He couldn't do it. So I said, God, please just give me a sign. Give me a good thought how to work this out. And as he was praying, he had an idea and said, I can't go. I love you so much. I just feel like you're my family. But the mother said, yeah, just go. It's okay. It's good. No, I can't. I feel it's like, Mom, let me hug you, Mom. No, just go. No, Mom. That was it. It's good. Just go. And Ogre, you're like my brother. I just can't go. I can't.
No, please go. You listen. I can help you.
Yeah.
Yes, I will take the sack of gold and I will carry it to your house. Just let's go.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, let's go then. So they left and they came back to the Romanian village. But as they were approaching the house, Stone said, okay, this is not good. If the ogre sees that I have 100 kids and I'm just a poor man in a little house, and he realized I tricked him. So no, please, just God, help me. Give me a sign now. What can I do? And as he was praying, he had the idea. And this time was not from Stone. But in Romania, there's this game, Country, We Want Soldiers. That's the name. So kids just hold their hands like a line, very long line, and the other half of the kids on the other side, and one line said, Country, we want soldiers. So we say, who? The other one said, we say, Mihai, or we have John. So John has to run and just to break the arms of two. And if he breaks them, he can get a prisoner. Otherwise, he'll have to stay there. That's the game. So imagine this long line of country we want soldiers, but just 100 kids, sandstone kids. And they were just running, but not holding their hands, but everybody had a knife and a fork in their hands. And they were just running in front of the ogre and stand stone and say, "We're so hungry, we could eat an ogre." When the ogre heard that 100 kids, human kids, were about to eat him, he just threw the sack of gold into Sandstone's yard and he just ran, never came back again. And so, because Sandstone, it said that he was a good believer, he had a lot of compassion, he was a pure heart, and because of all that, God gave him not with one hand, but with two hands, everything he had. 100 kids, the sack of gold, and of course, the sheep from the shepherd, because he saved him from the ogre. And you can put your hands like this, and he said in Romanian, the end of the story. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Brilliant.
This is my version, of course, of the story. There's a lot of versions, but I like it because it's very acting. It's a lot of it's very offering for me. So I have to thank now to John Rowe for inviting me to this wonderful place where storytellers meet all around the world. Some I know, but a lot of them I don't know. And it's a really big honor for me to be here and to share Romanian stories with you. Thank you very much, John, for inviting me.
Thank you for telling.
Thank you very much. And I have it's my story. It's a version of my story, but since I'm Romanian, you can say it's a Romanian story. Okay. So, but I will make it like a sort of a Romanian story, international story. We will see what I'm talking about. Okay, so you have to shake like this, and breathe in, and breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out. This I got it from India. This. Okay. So once upon a time, there was this princess. She was beautiful, like me. She was very tall, not like me. And she loved all the beautiful things that she can find around, of course, like me. She lived in a wonderful castle, and her name was actually just like mine. She was called Giorgiana. But you know, when kids are always, since they are very, very small, just surrounded with a lot of compliments and saying, "You're very good, you're beautiful, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best," sometimes kids start to have their nose like this, you know? So Giorgiana started to be like that, very proud of herself, always like this, with the nose up high. And of course, all the ladies from the court say, "Honey, you have the most nose." Thank you. "Oh, no. Your face is just perfect." Thank you. I know. Thank you very much. Your hands like have the pianist, piano player hands. They're so beautiful. Thank you. I know. So every day she had a lot of people all around her telling her how beautiful she was. So she grew up always being in front of a mirror. And of course, if you really want to be the most beautiful girl in the world, nothing is enough for you, ever. And she would just have a beautiful dress with all the colors or the beautiful colors of the world. She would just run in front of the mirror and say, I'm not that beautiful enough. I want to be the most beautiful girl in the world. Oh! And the next day, she wanted a new pair of shoes, beautiful, like Prada shoes, and a lot of stones. Too many stones, precious stones. Actually, they were too big anyway. Like 1-2 kilograms of stones. Like she had to run like this towards the mirror, and she said, "Oh, they're so beautiful. They aren't that beautiful for me. I want to be the most beautiful girl in the world." Oh! Nobody liked her anyway. She started to grow up being very lonely. She had no friends. Nobody in the court would love to help her, to do something for her anyway. no servants will just be around her. You don't like this kind of person, of course. And then, of course, she wanted beautiful dresses, beautiful shoes, beautiful hats, you know, with flowers and fruits and everything she wanted. She would run to the mirror and say again, I'm not beautiful enough. You're not beautiful. Anyway, she was not beautiful. You got the idea anyway. So one day, you know, this is very Romanian. When we don't know what to do, we invite specialists, international specialists, always. If somebody like he's really good, but he's from Romania, that's not good. But if you're from England, you know, oh my God, you're from England! Wow! So this is what the king and the queen did. They said, we invite international specialists, wise people to tell us what to do with this girl of ours. So the first international wise man, he came from, can you give me a foreign country? Can I have some microphone? Okay. John, just give me a foreign country. Which is
Mongolia.
Sorry?
Mongolia.
Okay. So he came from Mongolia and said, but the queen and the king said, oh, we don't understand. Sorry. And then he got another one. Can you give me zoom hair? Can you give me a foreign language? Can I have the sound, please?
Barbar. Barbar. Amazigh.
Sorry?
Amazigh Arab.
Okay.
Berber, yeah.
Okay. And he said, and they didn't understand a thing. And then he got another one from France. And he said, alors, je vais leur recevoir le baron qui vient de le prépare. Je sais pas, c'est une... je sais pas. And they didn't understand the thing. And then he got another one from Spain. And he said, ándale, la vas a quemar, que no sé por qué vas a reconocerme calmando, que me anda caliente, que no, ándale. And they said, oh, we can't do this anymore. Let's get another one from Russia. And say, не порожный пастус, учи порой на перестройка, большой театр, не дорожная кица, большойка. And they didn't understand things. They didn't understand any word of it. And they got another one from Hungary. And they said, ja, servus. Akkor itt was ez a kultuskola, munkapost a csokolom, akkor Kolozsvár búndos kényen a szervusznak. Igen. And they didn't understand the things. So they got a lot of wise people from, let's say, Germany. And they said, in Habelsgeäusel hast du ihr Eisen. Ein Overson, ein Spiel Hosen, eine Schnitzel Mercedes. Ja. And that was too much. They didn't understand a thing. Even one from England said, hello. I think so far on the brick side. Yeah, sure. I think you don't have to do that. You have to show this to the clothes. I think so right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's good. They didn't understand anything. So, Ioana, would you want to give me a foreign language?
Japanese.
Japanese, okay. Anyway, that was too complicated. They couldn't understand anything from those wise people. And they invited some even from Romania. And I will give you just the feel of it, the taste. Somebody from Cluj. And said, tu, na fii atentă, ci. Bă, ciocoflanderă, tu, na fii atent, e foarte simplu. Nu e așa complicat. Numai trebuie să iei toate hainele, mă, că-i prea multe ai. Și aruncă-le în foc, no, Doamne ajută, gata. Anyway, even Romanians, they gave us so many advices, but nothing would work. But the nanny of Georgiana. And that was interesting. She had the same name like you, Bianca, and said, my dear, do you want to be the most beautiful girl in the world? And she said, yeah, yes, 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 yes. Okay, that's very easy. Before you look at yourself in the mirror, okay, you just have to do what? A good deed. That's it. That's it. Okay. So she started to, it was not very easy at the beginning, you know. She started to say hello, sometimes to be nice to servants, sometimes to smile, or to say thank you, or just say sorry when she said something wrong. Anyway, she started to do just little things, you know, even like telling stories sometimes to people that were sad, just to give them a smile. And as she was doing this, she forgot all about the mirror. And she was not like this, or like this, or like this, but she was very happy. She was smiling because she was not giving from what she had, but from herself. And then from that day on, she actually really started to be one of the most beautiful girls in the world. And she lived happily ever after. Și am mâncat capul așa și v-am spus povestea așa. Uita! Thank you.
Mulțumesc. Oh, beautiful. Frumos.
Mulțumesc, mulțumesc, mulțumesc. So this is my storytelling session for now. I just wanted to share a part of the stories. Maybe if we can meet again, I will tell others. Thank you very much, John, for inviting me. Thank you, Julio, for helping me, and Bianca. And it's an honor to invite you, people from all over the world, to see just a little piece of Romanian heart, which is really big. And I invite you all to come to Romania.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Oh,
Your
it's
Very
fantastic.
was perfect.
Yeah, I just have to say something. I forgot. Yeah. Okay. So beneath the recording, there'll be a hat. If you want to help us with a penny, they said. So just 1 penny, please, or 1 leu Romanian. It's perfect. 1 leu is just enough for me. Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Georgiana.
John.
It was amazing.
Thank you. Brilliant.
That was fantastic. Thank you ever so much, Georgiana.
Thank you very much, too. Have a good night.
And we'll all see you in Romania.
Oh yeah, see you soon for sure.
Does anyone have any questions for Georgiana while she's with us? I mean, do you have any more tea left in that cup, or is it wine?
I wanted to say it's not wine, okay?
It's Tsuika.
That's a
Troika.
Romanian comment.
Well, I did mention tea first.
Yes, you're right. Okay, that's the Romanian girl thinking now. No, it's just water. Oh,
How
yeah,
long
this
have you
is
been telling stories for?
well, for 9 years. Of course, you can understand I am not a native. Like I have to think in Romanian and then to translate it in English, which I wanted to say before. Sorry if I have done any mistakes, because you know, I have to think first in Romanian and translate it. You know, Google Translate in my head, and they say the word.
Yeah, it was-
Perfect,
It
perfect.
was great.
So
Yeah,
yeah, for 9 years I've been telling stories.
fantastic.
Thank you very much. I've done a lot of improv too, so that helps a lot.
Ah,
Yeah, a lot of improv storytelling shows. So then it's different. But I think that the art of storytelling has combined in my way of being an artist, very good acting and improv. True storytelling is the best way, because you also can send the message you want to. You know, sometimes when you're an actor, you have to obey to the director vision.
mm,
But when you are a storyteller, then it's your vision. It's the message you want to share.
Mhm.
And I really think that storytellers can change the world and give some good vibes, you know. And in these
Yeah,
times of
I agree.
pandemic and everything, I think it's very important. So storytellers give options, give ways to work it out, and always give hope. So it's very important these times to give that. And I think it's a very offering time to create stories too. You know, during the history, always when there was like the First World War, that was a good time to create stories from it, to develop and write stories about those times, because drama and the conflict, that's the heart of the story. And then around it, you can create whatever you want to. So then I think it's, in a way, it's very good time for storytellers to work.
Mm. Thank you.
Thank you.
So when is your festival? Or when would it normally have been in a normal year?
Normally, it was already done. It was at the beginning of May. We'll try to reorganize it in September or at the beginning of October sometimes there. And there will be like 4 days, no more than that. We don't have a lot of storytellers because it's a little old festival, it's a small festival. So then we'd like to have like 2-3 storytellers, maybe 4, but just to invite them as friends, you know. And then when there's just some storytellers, you have that time. So then we will do, of course, like every festival, we'll go around in schools and in theater places to do shows, but also we'll have workshops. But we always love to have some time for the storyteller, if they are, of course, new in Romania, to discover Romania. So there'll be like 1 day or 2 just to go around, to see the countryside, get a little bit of the taste of it, to see maybe a castle or something. Around Arad, there are a lot of little castles, some fortress. They're really beautiful. So there's a lot of things to discover.
I look forward to it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Giorgiana, once again.
Thank you.
I personally really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I loved your stories.
Well, you're very subjective. Don't trust him.
We trusted you with our lives most of the time.
Yeah.
But we know Bianca's behind him, so that's all right.
Thank God for that.
Okay, everyone. Good night, and see you next
night.
time. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bueno.